Good afternoon, everyone. It's Miss Champagne. I am in Tokyo. It is Sunday afternoon. I'm actually exercising. Normally on the weekends, I'm usually in the house, but I felt the need to get out today and exercise. I do have a stationary bicycle that I use, but today I really need to get out the house. So I'm just sharing my walk with you guys. This is the river nearby my home. Gosh, I see a guy sunbathing up there. Yes, I can breathe this fresh air. That is correct. That is correct. It's bright in here. I probably should have worn my visor. Do you guys see Tokyo Skytree in the back? Very nice, right? So, guys, how is it where you're at? Mike, which state are you in? Yeah, it's quite windy today, too. Salt Lake City, Utah. Okay. Are you guys quarantined in Utah right now? We're quote unquote quarantined in Japan, but see, behind us is another bridge, and that bridge leads to a station that way and a station that way. But there are so many people out today. So I just want to walk along the river because no one really walks around here. We're supposed to be in Gambia. Yeah. I'm supposed to go back to Rwanda this year, but that is not happening. Voluntary quarantine, yeah. I do teach in Rwanda and Ghana now. However, when I went there my last trip to Rwanda for the second time, this is the first time I went by myself. I really saw what it was about. And as much as I love Africa, unless I'm already living there and I have my own house, my own driver, all my food, stable internet, everything is cool like I have in Japan, I wouldn't want to go there right now and being quarantined. Not mandatory, yeah. Yeah, I love being in Africa, but the thing is, a lot of the things that I'm used to, like, and I'm not even bougie or anything, because you guys know I'm super cheap, but I'm very, very obsessively clean, and I want what I want when I want it. And if I'm paying you for a service, I want that service. But, you know, in Rwanda or even Ghana, there's always, oh, you know, the internet is finished. And it's like, dude, I paid you to stay at this hotel because you have internet. Like, I don't care if the internet is finished. So, anyways, my point is, unless, like, I had a setup like I do in Tokyo, I wouldn't want to be in Africa right now, not as a visitor. I grew up in West Virginia, the loss of electricity? Yeah, I feel you, Mike, because even in Tokyo, like when we had that earthquake, the 2011 one, I noticed that when the internet was out, we were like really screwed because Japan has so much technology that I feel that people can't revert back to normal stuff. So what I did, I bought me an outside grill. It's a very small one. And I just cook on that because if the electricity is out, you know, we can't watch TV, we can't cook, we can't do anything. So the one thing I can do is cook because I have a gas grill. Wow, I have not been to West Virginia since I graduated from there. What was that? 20 years ago? Yes. Have you been back to any of the Wheeling's graduations? Oh, so people can fish here? Okay, I didn't know that. I thought this river was dirty. So I thought people would not. Oh, 2003, yeah. Yeah, I thought this river was dirty, so I thought people did not fish in it. Mike, which part of West Virginia did you grow up in? It wasn't Wheeling, was it? Oh, okay, so maybe the next, I think I'm going to go to a graduation too. Maybe not this year, maybe in 2022. I have to check when I graduated again. Oh, sensei. ミミコ先生、久しぶりね。私が東京に住んでいる Charleston, the capital. Oh, you're from Charleston. Okay. Everyone say hello to Mikomi sensei. That's my singing teacher for many years ago. I don't take classes because I moved to Tokyo, but she was my teacher in Shizuoka. Sensei wa Hokone ni imasu ka? I'm just asking her if she's in Hokone. Charleston. Okay, I've never been to Charleston, West Virginia. Oh, shoe is untied. Just a moment, guys. 1 second. Sorry. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to visit Rwanda for the Lax Business Year. Yeah, that's true, Mike. I opened up my business in Rwanda in less than 8 hours. But the thing is, before you do business there, you might want to hit me up so I can tell you exactly the nonsense you about to go through. You know what? Let's just talk about it now. Until I began established connections in the Gambia. Yeah, well, Mike, what do you want to do in the Gambia? Because we can chop up game while we're on this live. I know, it's like, don't get me wrong, like, I love Africa, I love Africans. All I date is African men. The one on the West Coast, I love those ones. I love all men, but, you know. Anyways, back on topic. But it's like, don't get me wrong, I love Africa. I love being a Pan-Africanist. But it's just like, I feel in my professional experience and my personal experience. Oh, Hail Mary Project. Okay, I don't even know what that is. Are you volunteering? Also, and that's the thing, Mike. If you're volunteering, that's what's up. That means you're going to work for free. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, when I go, I'm going to teach people how to get jobs in Japan, how to import and export into and from Japan. So I want to get paid for my services. So when I go, it's like, oh, my shoe is untied again. So when I go, it's like, okay, and like, you know, I go to university, so I'm dealing with academia. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, anyways, so when I'm dealing with academias. Take a swing at them too. Yeah, so when I go to the universities, I tell them, okay, guys, you get like 2-hour free demo lesson, maybe half a day. If I'm feeling generous, because I know I'm going to be there for some hours. And I say, okay, only this day is free. And they're like, oh, can you come back Thursday? I said, Thursday, unless you got my 500, I don't know what to tell you. Well, it's not 500. Well, it kind of depends on what I'm doing. But my point is, when I go there, I'm going for business. I'm not a volunteer. And I'm quite upfront about that. So that's in the past building, something being able to draw money. Okay, well, maybe you're going to have to holler at me about that because, like I said, when I go, I'm going as a teacher and I'm a trainer. Like maybe you're doing a different business than me. I'm not saying that people can't be successful in Africa, but the thing is, from my experience, if you are not there on the ground and if you don't have a job and a visa, it's really quite challenging to get a profit because the Africans, from what I've seen and experienced professionally, they want you to do everything for free. And like I said, I'm not a volunteer, you know. Different salesman. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that's what I do. I go as a teacher. Now I'm teaching. Now let's just say, I kind of feel that Rwanda and Japan are similar in that way. Like in Japan, if you have a visa and you have a job here, you can easily pursue other opportunities in Japan because you're here. It's the same thing of being in Africa. You have to be there. And the thing is that people, like my one African friend was like, oh, well, if you just hire people. I said, hire who? Hire Africans to take care of my business? I was like, man, please. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with hiring Africans to do your business. But from what my friends have told me, they said, you know, you yourself really have to be there to make sure the job is getting done, you know? That's what they told me, and to a certain extent, I experienced that myself. Yes, exactly, Mike. Yeah, it's like I feel that as a Black foundational American, like you are, I didn't really notice this to a year ago, but I feel like a lot of third world Blacks, they kind of feel like we owe them something, and to a certain extent, I feel like Black Americans, we can lead the others to greatness and vice versa. But it's more like, let's work together so that we can build together. Not let me come to Africa and spend months at a time like I ain't got nothing to do but be with you and get nothing out of it. You know, like I said, I'm not a volunteer. Yes. Yeah, the work effort is slow. But yeah, and like I said, okay, so story time. So when I go to the hotel, right? And on the website it says internet available, right? So to me, that means you have internet all day. It doesn't say to me in my conscious mind that, oh, the internet is sometimes not available. That's not what internet available on your website means. So I feel like even when I was in Rwanda, you pay people for a service, but they tell you they can't do the service, but you've already paid for it. So that's the thing that really pissed me off. Only a member of people will be able to. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, well, good luck to you in the Gambia. And like I said, if you're doing volunteering, I think that's great. Oh, I'm going to go up this way. I think that's great. Hi, Chrissy, Richie, welcome. This is a Wheeling Jesuit reunion, huh? Yeah, if you're doing volunteering, I think that's great because you know the only thing you're going to get out of it is photo ops, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Hi, Chrissy. Bring on camera. How do we bring people on camera? No way. Oh, you're not volunteering. Oh, my bad. My bad. Sorry. You said the Hail Mary project. That made me think of, God, it is really windy. Hey, Chrissy, how you doing, girlfriend? I've not seen you in like 20 years. Love from Los Angeles. Nice. Well, I am in Tokyo. God, this bridge is windy up here. I'm actually exercising outside today because I felt a little bit cabin fever. And I don't know why. Usually I'm good with being inside, but today I felt like I need to go out. Hail Mary. Live video stream. Oh, okay. I got you, Mike. Well, make your money, That's a good thing. And I'm glad you're saying this as a Black American because, the narrative is, okay, so story time. When I first went to Africa, right, my former African business consultant, she would be like, oh, it is so easy to do business in Africa, blah, 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 blah. And I didn't really believe her. I really didn't. Because that's like me telling people it is so easy to do business in Japan. Easy is a non-quantifiable term, you know what I'm saying? And it depends. Are you American? Are you Black? Are you white? Do you have money, Oh, working in Nasana. I love Tokyo. I haven't been there almost 10. Oh, great. Well, welcome. Yeah, so she would say it's so easy to do business in Africa. You come and the people are so welcoming. Yeah, they're welcoming because you're open your pocket. Of course they're going to be welcoming when you're spending with them, but when you try to actually chop up gain and set up businesses and get a profit, that's a whole nother beast. And I know people get mad at me when I say that, but hey, I am a researcher. I'm a qualitative researcher. And I go and I do what I got to do. And I gather the information. So it is what it is. All right. Yeah, it's nice out. I think I've been walking like 30 minutes. Or maybe 15. See, I'm trying to be... I've been walking 15 minutes. Yeah, so guys, we're just walking on the bridge. Well, it's not a bridge. We're walking along the river. And Tokyo Skytree should be right over there. That on African... Which explains the brain drain through... I've heard that on the African... network connection and throwing money around have more merit. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, I'm all about networking, but listen, I'm not about ass kissing. I mean, you guys know, y'all know me very well. Everyone who is on this live, I don't kiss anybody's ass. I will do whatever you want. The product will be, and the service will be on point, but I'm not about to kiss your ass. Like, that I'm not going to do. Okay, story time. So I went to Rwanda, right? I went to the North to a university, right? Went there on Tuesday, taught them. Cool. They wanted me to come back on Thursday. Now, see, this is where I messed up at. I should have asked, like, okay, we're talking contracts, right? I didn't do that. I assumed it, and never assume anything. Always ask 3 and 4 times when you're doing business in Africa. So I get there, and I'm like, all right, so am I going to talk to the chancellor? He's like, no, we want you to teach. I said, teach? I said, okay, you know what? I came all the way back up here from Kigali to this place. It's only 2 hours, but that ain't the point, and it was $10 on bus. That's not the point. The point is, I came, I delivered, let's talk contract. I don't want to keep coming back up here and not get a contract. Obviously, you like when I'm teaching, and well, I'm not going to keep teaching it for free. So I said, you know what? I'm doing 1 hour only, and then I'm leaving. What is that fish doing? What, y'all see that fish jumping up and out? So that is what I call ass kissing. that fish is kicking it. That is what I call ass kissing. It's like I went up on Monday or Tuesday, and then I went back again, and it's like, we're still not talking contract. Then what are we doing? So yeah, I'm not about all that. Like, either you want the product or not, I got to keep it pushing. I hear music. Is somebody playing music? It sounds like a trumpet. Anyways, let me see. And throwing money around. And see, the thing is, yeah, when you say throwing money around, that means bribery, which is illegal in the States. You're not allowed to bribe people. So I don't get that. No doubt. Yeah, I hope my story makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I have another story for you. Okay, so Rwanda is one country. Uganda is a country above Rwanda, right? Okay, so the university in Rwanda, the north of Rwanda, that's not their name. I'm just saying a university. They were like, oh, we have this university in Uganda who wants you to come. And I said, cool. So I talked to the university administrator in Uganda. I'm about to sit down and drink. And they're like, oh, yeah, we want you to come. Oh, yeah, we want you to come. We can't pay you, but we'll give you room on board. That's all right, sweet. No doubt. So I was going to take, hold on one second, guys. Oh, that water's good. So I was going to take the bus, which would have been like $20 one way, which is super cheap. But the problem with the bus is that the bus leaves at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and which means I would get to Uganda, which I've never been before, 2 a.m., 3 a.m., 4 a.m. So one of the administrators was supposed to come pick me up, but okay, and also let me back up. So I talked to them on the Thursday. I was supposed to go teach at the university the following Friday, which means they had 7 or 8 days of communicating on WhatsApp. So a lot of Africans use WhatsApp because, the internet is not always stable, but WhatsApp is. So I'm texting this dude, listen, I need a picture of what you look like. How am I supposed to locate you? Because they're dropping me at a bus station. Now, this is not like me flying, into the country where I'm at an airport. I'm at a bus station, which I've never even been in. And the thing is that my assistant, who I had going around with me in Rwanda, he couldn't go because he didn't have a passport. So I was like, dang, because if he had a passport, I just would have brought him with me. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, me and my partner, the day that I was supposed to go to Uganda, I actually went back to the university in the north of Rwanda. No. I take that back. I went west, which was this is a whole nother story. Okay, I'm gonna tell this story after this one. Okay, so we went to the university in the West, right? I'm gonna tell this story after this. So then I'm on the bus, and I'm like, listen, I have not heard nothing back from you guys. If I don't hear from you by the time I get to Kigali tonight, I am not coming, right? So then they're like, oh, okay, yeah, we want you to come. You know, I mean, I can't really do the voice. Like, yes, please, we want you to come and just give the bus driver my number, and he will call me. I'm like, dude, I'm not giving the bus driver your number. The bus driver doesn't care, and that's not his job to care about me calling you, man. This is Africa. Like, and I'm not saying that Africans aren't generous, but my point is he's not going to do it. Like, why are you not taking responsibility and telling me the information I need to tell? So I didn't go. And then, oh, hold on. I was actually on the phone, one of the phone. Ooh, good. Yeah, get that money from WhatsApp. I love WhatsApp. So then the professor from the university in the north of Rwanda gonna say to me on WhatsApp, oh, Champagne, what happened? You didn't go to Uganda and you promised. And if you guys know me, I don't like that word promise. Promise is not a contract. If I promise to do something and I don't do it, it is what it is. It's not a legally binding contract. Okay? And the thing is, the only thing I needed them to do was to pick me up from the bus station. That's it. They didn't even need to really take me to the university or even really provide me room and board, because I can book my own hotel, which I usually do. All I needed them to do was to pick me up. So, man, it took everything I had to not cuss him out. I checked him, but I didn't cuss him out. And I said to him, listen, first of all, don't ever use the word promise with me. Okay? I said, I came all the way from Japan. I paid $2,000. No, I didn't. I paid $1,200 on a ticket, $200 for my hotel, because I was there for 2 weeks. And I got to pay my assistant. I got to pay for everything. And you guys want me to go to Uganda, to a place I've never been, in the middle of the night, when the people who are supposed to host me and pick me up are not telling me who I'm meeting, what the car looks like. They're telling me nothing. I have no internet access because the internet's so crappy here and there's no pocket Wi-Fi. I said, so if you want your daughter to do that stupid stuff, then you have a child and you raise her like that. But I'm grown and I am not putting myself in a dangerous situation like that. And he was like, oh, well, you know what? I apologize. If they're not contacting you and this is his people, then yeah, you shouldn't go. And I said, exactly. And it really, really angered me. It's like this kiss our ass. It's like, kiss your ass for what? And yeah, they got me cussing online. I don't even like to cuss. I'll say ass, but it's like, kiss your butt for what? For what? I'm not even getting paid. I'm not, you know what? I'm not even about to go there. But my point is, I'm not going to kiss your butt. I'm not getting paid. Only thing I'm getting out of this is a photo op and a good book that I'm going to write about you. That's it. So that's just the thing. When you go there, especially if you're a Black American, foundational Black American, it's like they want you to prove yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Yes, you're right. It's dangerous traveling and see, the thing is, I'm not saying that Africa is dangerous, because it's not. It's not as a whole. It is not. And I do feel quite safe, going places. But my thing is, I've never been to Uganda, and I've never been there in the morning time, and I had no internet. My phone, an iPhone is useless. It's just a brick. If you don't have internet, it does not work. And I'm cheap. I'm not even about to turn on the roaming thing. So, yeah, thank you. Okay, I got another story. Hold on, let me get some more water. Hold on. One sec. Okay, so second story. All right, now this all happened on the same day, right? This is the same day, but the story I'm about to tell you happened like 8 hours before this. Okay, so I went to a university in the west of Rwanda. And guys, when I tell you this was like an 8-hour trip on a bus, when I say 8 hours, I mean 8 hours. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, I told the so-called African American, we have influence. Yes, we have influenced the entire world. And don't, okay, let me just say this. And don't get me wrong. It's like, I get it. Black Americans, we have a lot of power. And I realized that when I left America, we don't have to deal with racism. We got access to money, jobs, land, everything we want as soon as we leave America. Now, see, as a Black American, I feel like we have been beaten down, enslaved, and all that crazy stuff, you know, and we don't know the power that we have. And also, I feel like America brings these immigrants over. I mean, I'm an immigrant too, so I'm just saying how that affects us. And they prop the immigrants and say, hey, Black people, you know, if you did like, you know, the immigrants did, like the Chinese, or who they're discriminating against now, or the Mexicans who they're also discriminating against now, if you did like that, then you can make it. But it's like, you know, they didn't have to go what we had to go through historically, you know. And I'm not saying that is an excuse to not do better, but when you have a system of white supremacy that is keeping you down as a foundational Black American, that is a different thing than you being an immigrant and coming over after the country is already built. So my point is, because we're Black Americans, foundational Black Americans, we get a lot of respect based on that alone. But it's only after we leave do we realize we have that respect and power. So my point is, yes, we have nothing to prove. America was built off of us. They stole our labor. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson. Stole our babies, stole our body parts, did all types of homosexual stuff, turning women into men. Shout out to that crazy white lady in, the little boy's looking at me, this crazy white lady in Louisiana, Madam whoever. She's on, what is that, American Horror. So anyways, my point is, so now that I'm coming as a foundation of Black American woman, especially a woman with resources and money to help my fellow African, it's like, why do I have to kiss your bum to get ahead? I don't. Like, I don't even have to help you if I don't want to keep it 100. I don't have to do none of that. But I'm doing it because I'm a Pan-Africanist. But it's like, it seems like with being a Pan-Africanist, it's like, it's one-sided. It's the Black Americans, and I'm talking very generally, guys, it's the Black Americans who are trying to make these connections. Because when you think about it, all the other third world Blacks, they come to America to big up, and there's nothing wrong with that. Welcome. You're welcome. But don't come here thinking we owe you something. We built a country for you to come up and enjoy. That's all I'm saying. Colonize mine. Yeah, those foreigners do look down on it. And you know, another thing, Mike, I was reading on Yahoo News, which I usually don't read, but Trump, oh, did you know this? Number one, Trump has, what did he do? If you are married to a foreigner, oh, contributing. Do you mean like the Caribbeans are contributing to something positive or something negative? Are you talking about they're looking down on us too? Because if that's the case, then something we can talk about. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so Trump, if you're married to a foreigner, you can't get the stimulus check. Ain't that, I mean, that is just like, wow. So me as a foundational Black American, or whatever you are, as an American, you can't get a stimulus check because you're married to a foreigner. Like that, I mean, that is so messed up. I mean, it's just like, I mean, I want to say that I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. But the thing is, the foreigners are always trying to tell us how we need to be in our own country when we're the ones who built it. So you know what? To the foreigners, especially the third world Black ones that are always talking crap about us, guess it's time to hold your own nuts. So that's the only thing I can say. I feel you because you're Black. I feel for you because you're Black. I feel for you because you're an immigrant. I'm an immigrant. But when you're disrespectful to Black Americans in the country that we built and stuff like this happens, well, hold your own nuts. What's wrong? What hasn't Trump done? What's wrong because there's a hot alarm. What's wrong hasn't Trump done? Do you mean what's wrong with what? Because there's a hot alarm right there. No, I'm not. Wait, first of all, Chrissy, I don't understand the first. What's wrong hasn't Trump done? Do you mean what's wrong with what has Trump done? Is that what you mean? Are you saying that, and I'm just talking about if you're married to a foreigner, you can't get the stimulus check for your family. That's what I was talking about. So you need to be a little bit more specific so we can talk about it. Yeah, I mean, this is an open platform. We can talk about whatever. She means, what hasn't he effed up? Okay. I mean, Trump has done no right. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's done no right. Well, I mean, and this is the thing, as a foundational Black American woman, I mean, I've been telling even my third world Black friends, I've been telling them, like, guys, America is racist. That's why I'm not there. And they've been telling me, I mean, I've been abroad over 20 years, how wrong I am. If we just, you know, if Black Americans didn't dress a certain way and we didn't act a certain way and we weren't lazy, we wouldn't have to deal with racism. I mean, that's what my own friends have told me. And now that Trump is doing to them what he does to us, but we are the only ones that cannot be, deported because we're foundational Black Americans. Now they want to cry foul. And what I'm saying is, listen, I understand you're not foundational Black American. That's cool. I get it. And there's probably nothing you can really do except for, you know, if you see something wrong with a Black American, just say, at least acknowledge that it's wrong. But most of y'all, not a lot, not all, don't do that. You just, oh, well, if you guys did better, it would be better. So now, hold your own nuts. That's all I can say. It's called put in preparation for divine judgment. It's a beautiful thing. I have a hard time feeling empty for the ruling. Yeah, I feel you, Mike. Oh, that guy has a jet ski. That looks fun. I want to get on that. You know what, Mike? Yeah, me and you, we got to chop up game offline. But yeah, you know what? I feel the same way, even though I'm not in America. But this is what Black Americans have been saying since the Europeans invaded. This place is messed up. They're racist. They're killing us. We were enslaved. Even they steal body parts nowadays. So it's like when we say that, everyone tries to tell us we're lying, we're wrong, and we need to act better. Now you see how now all the stuff that's happened to us is happening to them, and they want to cry foul. Well, when somebody's getting done wrong, the only thing you can do is just say, you know what, that's messed up. But don't go against the victim. White supremacy has always been white who care. Fight that stuff. Yeah, and see, that's what I'm saying. At least acknowledge it. Like I said, there's nothing I'm sure there's something we could do as Blacks collectively, but I don't expect the third world Blacks to fight for us. I just don't. And you know what? It is what it is. But I don't like it when they accuse Black Americans of being victims because we're lazy. So hold your own nuts. That's it. Hold your own nuts. God, this is beautiful. I've never really been down this way. I have, but on the other side. Because there's a store that I like to go to now. I'm not going there today to get my beans. Yeah. So guys, how was everything in the States? Like, what's going on there? Obviously, I was supposed to graduate or walk across graduation stage in August, but that is not happening. It's not happening. You know, when I see bodies of water like this, it makes me think, what did Japan look like before all this, you know, these roads and stuff was built? Because like at Asakasabashi, I heard all of that used to be water, but somehow they filled it in. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. White people, depending on location, are losing their minds. I know what you mean. So you're saying like the coronavirus. What I noticed, this coronavirus thing is an equalizer. And by that, I mean all y'all in the States and globally to a certain extent, especially y'all in the States. Now you're seeing what it's like to be Black. Welcome. As Cat Williams said, what did he say? Welcome, get a pot of ramen noodles and go to your grandma's house. Leila County is locked down. It's super hot. Oh, wow. Set us up for an awful lot of trouble with the poor decision being made. Yeah. And another thing about being quarantined, like, a lot of, like, for me, I've been self-employed for the last 4 years, and I'm an English teacher, private tutor, corporate trainer, and more recently a babysitter. So I've been doing that for 4 years. So I've really stacked my money, and I've encouraged other people. I've written books. I've created courses to show people how to be self-employed. Now, the pandemic is beginning to shift big time. Yeah, and this is the thing, Mike. Like, I've been telling my coworkers, who are actually my friends. I only got like 3 friends here. Listen, guys, y'all might want to do this, private English teaching. You have your own schedule. You actually make more being self-employed than you do being employed by anybody else. But a lot of my friends, they are self-employed. But hey, Sunita, girl, we was chopping up game. Yeah, so a lot of my friends are self-employed too, but they get their work through companies. See, I work for myself, and I don't work for myself. I'm self-employed, and I have my own clientele, while my friends who are now out of work were depending on companies getting them students. And what I mean by that is that they go to the client's company's office and they teach like a bunch of students. I don't do that. I teach one-on-one. And because I've been teaching one-on-one, I also teach half of my students online. So me being an online teacher, I've been doing that for years. Is that another bridge I can go to? Yeah, I think I'm going to go like this. Yeah. Or I might turn back around. So, yeah, that's what I said. And me and my one friend, he and I would get into big arguments because he's a nice guy, but he kisses a lot of bum. I don't do that. So he would always try to coach me on, don't do this, don't do that. I said, listen, I don't need your unsolicited advice. I said, of course, I should probably be a little bit more diplomatic, but I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? It's like I work pretty much by myself. So if I say something that makes somebody upset, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to see them again because I don't work with people. I do this every once in a while. So now he is coming to me asking me about being a private English teacher. But I'm like, dude, you've known me since I was 35, which is 4 years ago? So, I mean, I've been preaching the same thing. So, yeah, and then more importantly, I've been babysitting. I've officially been a babysitter for 3 years, but I've been doing it actively since October 2019. And it's really good money. You can make anywhere from $20 to $50 an hour. And it's quick money, it's fast money, it's fun, it's easy. And, last month in March 2020, I made $2,000 extra money. This is extra money. This is not even counting what I make, being a private English teacher, which is really good too. So I'm always telling people, you got to have more than one hustle. You got to be self-sufficient. I mean, you see what happens. Look at this, coronavirus as an equalizer. It has equalized the hell out of a lot of people, especially in America. I'm having morning. Thanks for the amazing walk and inspiration. Have a great morning. For you, it's not here, so I'm going to call it. All right, yeah, no worries, Chrissy Richie. I will see you next time because I've not seen you in like 20 years. So thanks for coming on. Yeah, so being self-sufficient is the way to go. And like for me, all my private students, I'm teaching all of them online except for one because she wants to get out of the house because she's quarantined. She's working remotely, so she loves coming out. And that's just once a week. So, yeah. That's right. It's important. Yeah. And another thing I do want to say about being self-sufficient, all right, so this goes to one of my best friends in the States. He's Nigerian. And when he called me like last month, he was like, oh my God, how are you doing in this pandemic? I said, dude, I'm chilling. I'm making more money. And he kind of got offended trying to use the package to leave the country. I was fortunate to have been offered a severance package oh yeah, I feel you. And that's what I'm saying, Mike. And this is my thing. My motto is always be ready. You get ready, you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So you got to stack your dough. And this goes back to what I'm saying about my friend in the States, like he was almost offended that I was like, dude, I'm chilling in this pandemic. I'm cool. I'm calm, I'm collected. I've already stacked my cash. I'm good. I don't think I can connect to another bridge because this is going towards the store I want to go to, but I don't want to go that way. Maybe I should have went on that side because that's where the park is, but I'm not going to the park because I'm still trying to do that. What's down that way? I don't know. I've never been down that way. If I had my bike, I would go. Oh, I know where I'm at. Okay, guys, we can keep going. See, I be getting lost. How am I going to get lost and I'm going on a straight path? I was laid off in early February. Yeah, and see, that's the thing. People are always going to be laid off. So with this pandemic, and this is what I've been preaching for years, guys, you got to have your own thing. You got to be self-employed. And if you are employed, you got to stack your paper because you never know when somebody's going to leave. I could teleport, right? But this shouldn't take too much long. It's just going to be over there. Because I'm having a good time with you guys. Patrick. Hey, Patrick. I haven't seen you in years, too, since China and, what's his name? Spencer's wedding. Yeah, am I going to go this way? Because then, no, you know what? I'm going to go back this way. Because I'm still trying to do the social distancing. And if I go over there, you see that way? That's where a bunch of people are. And then this is the park. So I'm just going to go this way. Yeah, because I'm still practicing social distancing. Yeah, so guys, you just got to always be prepared. Because I'm telling you, it's always some BS coming. It's always coming. Always coming. Yeah, so in addition to stacking my dough, which I've been doing for years anyways. Oh, so I'm sorry. I was talking about my friend, my Nigerian friend in the States. So he was almost, in my opinion, offended that I was like, dude, I'm chilling, I'm happy, I'm good. It's like he was almost offended because he was like, well, a lot of my friends have gotten laid off. I mean, he don't sound like that, but, that's my African man voice, which I can't even do that well. And I'm like, well, that's messed up. I really hate to see anybody laid off. But, when Black Americans, foundational Black Americans who built the country, when we have issues, you tell us you need to work hard and you are doing these bad things. This is why the white man does not like you. You are a slave. The white man does not like you. As if colonization isn't slavery, right? So I said to him, you know what? Maybe if you guys took your own advice and work harder and make white daddy like you, then maybe you wouldn't be unemployed. And he got so mad at me. He was like, so if their jobs are shut down, then how are they supposed to work? I said, oh, so you agree that, to be an immigrant in the country, you do need a job, right? He said, yeah. I said, okay, well, the same thing happens to us. So what's the difference? He got mad at me. He didn't talk for 2 weeks. He was mad. Oh, well. I believe there is deliberate attempt to crash the world's economy. The stores aren't. You know what, Mike? Let me tell you something. Me and you are so connecting today. And sometimes, because people have been telling me I'm crazy my whole life, I don't know if I'm crazy or just enlightened. Because sometimes I get these weird, not a voice, but just a thought. And I'm like, man, that makes so much sense. What you're saying does make sense. I really feel, this is my prediction, and I'm hardly ever wrong, that we're moving to a new area where, we're moving to a new era where whomever is in charge wants us to be inside, which means online stuff is going to be the new, industrial age. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, so I thought that this morning, but I didn't want to say it because people get mad when I tell them the truth and they tell me I'm crazy. I've been having this my whole life, but I really do feel that's the way we're going. So, yeah, so you do got to be stocked up. Oh, and also another thing, guys, what I did for food, you guys know I'm cheap anyways, but when you stock up food, you have to stock up things that you like. Like for me, I like coffee, I like sweetener, I like peanut butter, I like nuts, I like baked beans, and I like hummus, so chickpeas. So I went to the store and I bought like 20 boxes, no, not boxes, 20 cans of each. And I got a nice little setup at home, so I'm good. I know most people cannot handle the truth, but I don't know what to tell them because a lot of people are, another story. So I'm part of this other group on Line. The app is called Line. We use it in Japan. It's like WhatsApp. It's like WhatsApp. So, I'm telling everybody, okay, guys, it's like 8 of us. I'm like, okay, guys, this is what I did. I made this much. I did this. I'm always sharing how I make money because I want my friends to also be success. Oh, guys, look at the bunny. Kawaii ne. Hello, bunny. Namae wa nan desu ka? Lou. Hello, Lou. Gambaru. Gambate. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, dude. I love bunnies. Aw, they had a rabbit. Oh, I'm sure you guys heard that. Sorry, I be getting off topic. Okay, sorry about that. So I like the things I just said. So you need to stack up on things that you like. So those things can get me through if they lock us up. Most people can't handle the truth. Careers, heads up, sweetener. Yeah, I know. Sweetener got acid. I know. Trust me. I know. But it is what it is. I love sweetener. I mean, what you're saying is so right. If one thing gonna take me out, then guess it is what it is. But I got what you're saying. Yep. That's the only bad thing I eat. Sweetener. Maybe I'm addicted to it. Yeah, I do feel like people can't handle the truth. I do. But one thing, guys, I was thinking, like, I really do. I really do like being in Japan. The reason I say this is because the Japanese government really, really care for their citizens. And it's like, how like in America, if you're quarantined, they catch you out, it's a fine. Like, it's not like that here in Japan. So although Japan is a very controlled country, in terms of quarantine, for what I've seen so far, they haven't really, hemmed anybody up. They haven't fined anybody. Because you see all of us are out kicking it. See, they have a boat. Man, I want to be on the water too. He kicking it. Ooh, wind in your air, wind in your hair. Wow. Oh, sorry, you guys can't see it. I'm just looking, my bad. Yeah, they chilling. That's a nice boat. Makes me almost want to get on the water because I cannot swim. I cannot swim. What are we talking about? Yeah, stocking up food. You need to stock up on water too. So, sorry. So the reason why I like Japan, I just feel like as controlled as a country this is, you see there's people out and it is what it is, It's safe, clean. People most likely will never riot. People don't loot for now, So I'm glad we're here. Glad I'm here. Here you go, family there. How long have I been walking? We stocked up on water big time. Yeah, that's good. I actually have a few others in Japan. I think one of them is in Tokyo. We have worked together at Ancestry. We stocked up. Yeah, you need water. Oh, I also have some honey because honey never spoils. Hopefully it's real honey, not that fake honey. Oh, I just realized this is a Facebook Live. Can I save this? Because I didn't do the screen shave like I was supposed to. Let me just check. Hold on. I don't think I did the screen shave. Hold on. I did not. Because sometimes on Instagram, like, my story doesn't download to my phone, so I do the screen save, but I didn't do that today. So hopefully, I don't know how Facebook Live works. Honey is a superfood. Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Oh, hello, Keiko. How are you? Osashiburi. Where are you? I'm just walking along the river. Do you see Tokyo Skytree in the back? I'm actually feeling it in my calves. Man, that's good though. You'll have the option to publish your video. Okay, so once I publish it, does that mean it downloads to my phone? Next time I have to do screen record. Yeah, like I said, I usually do it with Instagram, but I didn't do it today. Well, I'll publish it once anyways. I definitely will publish it. God, it's actually quite a beautiful day. It's kind of hot too. I actually need a visor on. It's saved online. Oh well. I know for next time. Yeah, because we really chopped up some good game. Good game. So how are you guys feeling during this quarantine? Like I said, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm teaching online. I'm babysitting. It actually brings back to my mind. Oh, what's on your mind, Mike? You should provide the option before I launch. Oh, you mean your hold on, let me just scroll up. You were talking about your platform, the streaming thing. Or do I want to do that? I feel great. That's good. Yeah, I think you should offer the option, because as a videoer, I wouldn't say I'm a videoer, but I am a content creator, and I would like to have the option of saving it on my phone, because I had to do this. Hi, Steven. Welcome. Referring to the live video streaming web app. Yeah. If I were you, I would have the option to save it on the phone, because you don't know how much of a hassle it is, because I use Zoom a lot. I'm sure you do too. But to teach, if you do not record that session, it is gone, and it's so frustrating. And even if you do record it and it's not recorded on your phone, you have to watch the whole thing again, which can be 50 minutes. And yeah, that's annoying too. God, I feel so refreshed now, because I was feeling quite panicky earlier. I just felt like I needed to get out the house. And I love being in the house. Trust me on that one. I can't believe these guys are fishing in this dirty water. I mean, maybe they're fishing and throwing them back. Oh, uh-oh, ladies. Here we go. Big man here. There y'all go, girls. I wonder if they have live bait. Automatically. Okay, I actually choose to automatically. Oh, yeah, I do that too on Zoom. Yeah, I do that too. But when I use Zoom, I use my computer. But for stuff like this, I'm using my phone. Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, what's going on there? Little girl, I feel the same way. It could be salt water. Is it? Well, it does come up out of the ocean or the sea, whatever. So I don't know. I don't know. And see, down that way, guys, there's one of my favorite stations. But like I said, I'm doing the social distancing thing, so I don't want to be too close to folks. I'm not scared of getting the virus at all. I'm really not. I have my reasons for that, which I'm not going to say specifically what they are, but I'm still trying to keep my distance from folks. All right, I need to go home too. I need to wash my hair. You guys have not seen my hair is a mess. It's not a mess, but it needs to be washed. I'm gonna do that today. Oh, battery is 20% low. All right, guys, that is it. I'm going to go. This was super fun, and it seems like when I do Facebook Live at this time, I get the U.S. audience, which is good. During the week when I do it around 12:30, I get the Japan audience. So I'm gonna try to, there's no one knows the right way to get your audience. So I'm going to keep experimenting with different times. But yeah. Guys, I hope you're getting all my messages that I post on Facebook. I think I posted yesterday the replay of the webinar I did on Friday talking about how to be a great online teacher and how to get students. So I just hope that my information is helpful for you guys. All right, but anyways, that is it. Great chat. I don't sleep much. Okay, cool. Well, if you're still up, then holler at me on Messenger. We can chop up the game. All right, guys, that's it. Bye.